Hello YouTube, and today we'll be going over Go or Gogh, depending on how you wish to pronounce it. Apparently, both pronunciations are wrong. I did look up how you're supposed to pronounce it because I've heard both ways, and apparently they're both wrong. Well, that's what YouTube tells me. I don't know how accurate that is. Somebody could be pulling my leg for all I know. However, that isn't really important. And what we're going to do is just read through the first two paragraphs here. They're not very long, so let's just cover them quickly. I'm just going to make this a little bit bigger. The Gogh is a collection of color schemes for various terminal emulators, including GNOME Terminal, Pantheon Terminal, Tilix, and the Xforce 4 terminal. Well, that's good because I'm using the GNOME Terminal. These schemes are designed to make your terminal more visually appealing and improve your productivity by providing a better contrast and color differentiation. The inspiration for Gogh came from the clean and minimalistic design of Elementary OS. The project has since grown to include a variety of unique and beautiful options. Not only does Gogh work on Linux systems, but it's also compatible with iTerm on macOS, providing consistent and visually appealing experience across platforms. Now, it does have a list of all the terminals it supports here. You can go and study that in your own time. I'm not going to read all of those because it's basically on the main ones. Yeah, GNOME, Quake, iTerm, Console, and now I'm reading the Mate. Yeah, basically most of them. There's most of the main ones. Now, it does have a pre-install step. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to tile that across again. And we're going to just run the sudo apt-get. And that's already installed. And the reason that's already installed is because I did a test run on the system and then reset everything, which is what I usually do. And so next thing is to actually run the script. So I'm just going to clear the terminal and I'm going to cut that. I'm going to paste that. And what I'm going to do though first is make the terminal full screen. And bring that to the top because this does take a lot of space up. Now, what you'll see is this color graphic, and it says Gogh or Go, depending on how you want to say it. And it's got a list of themes here, and there's 364 themes by the looks of it. So it does go from 1 all the way to 364. Now, you might not know what any of these themes are. So they've got on their homepage, on their GitHub page here, they've got a list of themes. Obviously, I was browsing these before to find the white one I wanted to install it. So let's go back at the top. And there's basically a copy of many of the instructions that we just covered. But it does have a list of all the themes here on the web page, and you can see what they look like. There's like a little preview, which is really nice. Or you can sort them by light themes. And there's all the light themes in the terminal. There's the dark themes, and there's all the list of the dark themes, and there is by background. So what you can do, so I'll click this. Oh, yeah. So by background, I can go, oh, I want a red one, or I'll have is that purple? I guess that purple. This is C64 style terminal. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to go to dark themes, and I really like the Dracula theme. And there's Dracula theme, so it's there. And the other theme I really like is Grovbox. So there's Grovbox Dark. I quite like this one. I use this on my ID at work. It's very easy on your eyes, I find. So what we're going to do is we're going to install both Grovbox and Dracula. There's another thing called Darkula, which is not the same theme at all. We open the terminal back up and we just full screen this game. So these are in alphabetical order. So we just have to find Dracula, and the number for Dracula is 116. And the next one we have to find is Box Dark, which is 154. What we're going to do is you need to type in the options. So it does tell you what you need to do. Enter desired theme numbers separated by a blank space. Press enter without options to exit. Okay. So what was it? 154. So it's 154. Forgot. And you press enter, and they are installed. Now, for the changes to take effect, you need to restart your terminal, or at least you do on Debian, and you will see immediately that it is themed. Now, what it has done is it will put in a profile, and if I was to change this profile, and I set this as default, I think I need to restart the terminal again. And we've got the Gruffbox theme, and it looks really ugly. Okay, maybe I'll be just using the Dracula one. So to do this, all you need to do is to change themes, is go to set to default, and restart the terminal. And there we go. And that is how you use Gruffbox. Now, if we wanted to install additional themes, you just run the script again. So let's find another color scheme we want to install. So Blue Moon. Let's find out Blue Moon. And that's 78. So we just type 78 in there, and it downloads Blue Moon. Now, if I restart my terminal again, now I found I need to restart the terminal. On other terminals, you might not need to do this. You go to preferences. There's the Blue Moon one, so we can set that as default. And then I think there's probably an easier way to do this, but I can't remember. This is the Blue Moon one, and I don't like this either. So we'll be going back to the Dracula theme. So I'm just going to set this as default. Default. So is there a way? If I set this now, not sure. And then we'll just close that and reopen it, and it's back to Dracula. And that's basically how you use this script. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. The website's actually really helpful. This is one of the sort of like, it's one of these like nifty scripts that people have that's on the internet, and I just came across it one day, and can't remember where I found it from, and it's, you know, it's a lot easier than mucking around with PS1 commands and whatever else that you have to do in Bash. You just install the theme and you're done. So hopefully people will find this useful. I think this little script's really good, and that's all for now. So bye bye.